I created Shincheonji just as I saw and heard, and I testified to it just as I saw and heard. I, the promised pastor, saw and heard all the events of Revelation 1, 2 and 6, 7, from chapters 1 to 22 of the New Testament. Therefore, I created Shincheonji Church of Jesus, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony according to the revelation of the New Testament. The name and organization were the same. You will understand when you confirm. Jesus took all the sins of us, the world. Therefore, as in the Lord's Prayer, I believe that heaven's will be done on earth. Refer to Matthew 6:10. I believe that everything will be accomplished. The promised blessings will be given to those who overcome, as in Revelation 2:3. Because my family was poor, I didn't have much time to study the Bible, and I didn't study the Bible at a secular church or seminary. By the grace of God in heaven and Jesus, I have seen the fulfillment of the New Testament book of Revelation, the secret of heaven, and I have come to understand the book of Revelation by having the open book of Revelation fed to me through an angel. Revelation 10. Therefore, Shincheonji was created according to the New Testament book of Revelation. I created it just as Jesus showed me all the events from chapters 1 to 22 of Revelation 22:8, and I have testified to it just as it was Revelation 22:16. Having seen all the events of the New Testament book of Revelation, I am a witness to this book, Revelation. Therefore, Shincheonji is the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony that testifies to the reality of Revelation 15. The books the angel gave me are chapters 1 and 10 of Revelation, and they are now in my stomach. I have neither heard nor seen the revelation of heaven, the New Testament, in the churches of the world, nor have I learned it in theological seminaries. However, I received and ate the book of Revelation in chapter 10 of Revelation, and witnessed all the events of the entire book of Revelation in the New Testament. Therefore, I testify to what I have seen and heard. Revelation 22:8, 16. Just as Jesus received and ate the open scroll of Ezekiel 3, the Old Testament, and testified to the Israelites that the Old Testament had been fulfilled, so I, too, received and ate the book of Revelation in chapter 10 of the New Testament, and testified to the churches that the book of Revelation has been fulfilled. The shepherds of this world have become spiritually blind and deaf, unable to recognize the fulfillment of God's promised will, even though they have seen and heard it. However, God said that if you add to or take away from this book of Revelation, you will not enter heaven, and will be cursed. Revelation 22. Ask yourself if you have added to or taken away from it. The place where true believers must go is not where they are now, the traditional church, but a place where they must be harvested, and go see Matthew 13 and Revelation 7 and 14. Protestants and Catholics, despite knowing that God, the Word John 1, is with Shincheonji, cannot leave because of money and power. This is because they need physical bread more than heavenly grace, as in John 6. They have forgotten Jesus of Nazareth. All believers, regardless of their age, must keep in mind that if you add to or subtract from this book, Revelation, you will not enter heaven and will be cursed. We must follow the times. Now is the time of the fulfillment of the revelation of the New Testament. This is evidenced by the entities that appeared according to the prophecies throughout the revelation of the New Testament. Therefore, we must believe in and follow the entities fulfilled in Revelation. And we must follow the shepherd promised in the New Testament book of Revelation, the overcomer. The revealed words of God and Jesus are also in the overcomer's belly. Revelation 10, and they testify to the reality of what the overcomer has seen and heard in Revelation 22:8, 16. After the judgment of the apostate chosen people in Revelation 6, a new nation and a new people are created in Revelation 7, marking the beginning of a new era. Everything before the creation in Revelation 7 has ended, as seen in Revelation 6. It is a blessing to meet the shepherd promised in the New Testament book of Revelation, and hear the revealed words of the New Testament. by hearing his testimony and mastering the New Testament book of Revelation without adding or subtracting, we can enter heaven. The nation and people promised in Revelation are Shincheonji, and Shincheonji was created without addition or subtraction according to the New Testament book of Revelation. Check it out.
Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day.
All thy works with joy surround the earth, and heaven reflect thy rays. Stars and angels sing around thee, center of unbroken praise. Field and forest, vale and mountain, flowery meadow, flashing sea, singing bird and flowing fountain, call us to rejoice in thee.
Thou art giving and forgiving, ever blessing, ever blessed, wellspring of the joy of living, ocean depth of happy rest. Thou, our Father, Christ our brother,